morning, all of you. Okay, student. So, today we will start this chapter, the last portion, conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife. Conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife. And last day I have discussed about the importance of natural vegetation and wildlife in our environment. So I hope you can understood, because this is very important and easy topic. That's why. So in your book, this topic today I will discuss conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife. Conservation of natural vegetation and wildlife. Why conservation is very important for natural vegetation and wildlife? Because you know that due to the increasing of number of population, increasing their demand, day by day forest area will reduce. The area of forest declining day by day, and as a result this type of problem like ecological imbalance affected the food chain. This type of problem arise. That's why some concerned people, they suggest that if government will take some initiative step to protect the natural vegetation and wildlife, it will be better for our environment as well as human life. So forests are our wealth. Plant give us shelter to the animal, and together the maintain ecosystem. Obviously you know what is ecosystem. Last day also I have discussed again what is ecosystem. The interaction between interrelated or interaction or interdependent plants and animal with each other, and also some microorganisms also, and form an life supporting system. It is called ecosystem, and this ecosystem will be hampered due to some reason. So change of climate and human interference can be the cause of loss of natural habitat for the plants and animals. They have given the two prime reasons. The first one is change of climate. Climatic change have done directly or indirectly by human activities, as well as human interference also create problem. That's why some animals and plants, their number also decreases. So many species have become vulnerable or endangered, or some are on the verge of extinction. Deforestation, soil erosion, constructional activities, forest fire, tsunami, landslide are some of the human made and natural factors. Human made and natural factors which together accelerate the process of extinction of these great natural resources. So there are several reasons. That's why number of wild animal as well as number of plants are decreasing day by day. So what are the causes? These are deforestation, soil erosion, constructional activity, forest fire, tsunami, landslide. So very important, you have to remind it. Deforestation, landslide, forest fire, constructional activity, constructional activity. These are the main reason, as well as some human activity also can create this type of problem, and also for that reason the extension or some number of animals and plants are extinct from the environment. One of the major concern is the increasing incident of poaching, the result of sharp decline the number of particular species. Along with this reason, poaching is also very important reason. Poaching, that means poaching means illegal hunting. Illegal hunting is called poaching. Because why illegal? Because government are strictly prohibited or strictly restricted or banned to killing the wild animal. If anyone intentionally they kill the wild animals, obviously this person will be punished from the government. So that's why this illegal hunting and poaching is a responsible factor. That's why particular species have become endangered or verge of extinction, like tiger. You know, nowadays number of tiger declining rapidly because due to the poaching, the illegal hunting, the number of tigers are decreasing. Why? Because these tigers' skin, nails, teeth, bones also sell in the market in a high price. That's why some people they illegally killed this type of wild animal, and as a result the number of wild animal decreasing in our environment and inside of the forest. If the number of tiger is decreasing, obviously it will also affect the ecosystem as well as food chain. That's why the number of tiger should be a balanced mode in our environment as well as in the forest. So this type of reason, the illegal poaching is also a main reason for the sharp declining of particular species. Illegal poaching. So illegal poaching means you can understood the animals are poached for collection. Why this type of illegal poaching have done by people? For collecting the trade of hide, skin, nail, teeth, horns as well as feather. Some of these animals like tiger, elephant, lion, deer, black buck, crocodile, rhinoceros, snow leopard, ostrich and peacock. This type of particular species now day by day the number is very decreasing. So that's why for that reason illegal trade of hides. Hides mean skin also sell in the market for making different type of product. So if government have strictly prohibited, so if anyone have done, so this is considered as illegal. Sir, the task elephant is also a great demand. Yes. So obviously this type of part is a very valuable or expensive in our market, and some group of people illegally killing this animal for collecting this type of things from animal body. So that's why government implemented law and also government have taken some initiative step to prevent this type of activity. So these are the animal. This can be conserved by increasing awareness. So this number of animals, what is the name of these different animals, it is also very important. Different type of animals are also day by day decreasing, and government also have taken this type of conservation. So meaning of verge of extinction means some number of species they are totally removed from our environment. It is called verge of extinction. Okay, some number of animals are decreasing and also very few number. So this is vulnerable or endangered like that. But a verge of extinction means totally removed. This type of or this particular species of plants and animal we can't found in our environment. These are rare species or verge of extinction. So that's why the awareness also very important step. Awareness among the people, if we consider or we can protect that. Now in this book, in this page, they are having a paper cutting, and after that some important information also have the forest fire is a threat to entire region of fauna and flora. It occurs mainly due to their reason, natural fire due to the lightning, etc. So why forest fire occurred inside of the forest? Why forest burned? There are so many reasons. In your book have the 3 reasons, you will prepare it for your exam also, and you have to understood this reason. The natural fire due to the lightning. Due to the lightning, natural fire can occur, it create the forest fire. So the news is given about California. Which news, Rajat? Oh, in your book. Yes, California widespread, nearly a million told to flee. Yes, so you will read this, and also after that they have given what are the reasons that's why forest fire occurred. So there are main reason: natural fire due to the lightning, fire due to heat generated in the litter due to the carelessness of people. Heat generated. For endangered species to become a normal species, how much year? It is not a specific time. We can say that up to this year, if government or concerned people will take some initiative step, so very soon this type of endangered species become a normal species. Okay. Now another one, purposely caused fire by local inhabitants. So there are 3 reasons why natural forest fire occurred inside of the forest region. There are 3 reasons. The 3 main reasons have given in your book, you will prepare it. The natural fire due to the lightning, then forest fire heat generated in the litter due to the carelessness of the people, and some local people, the local inhabitants purposely caused by some local inhabitants. So there are 3 reasons, that's why forest fire occurred. Approximately how much year? Minimum 30 years or 50 years? 30 to 50 years. Now, some control measures, it is very important. So why forest fire occurred? There are some reasons, and some controls. Prevention of human caused fire through education. Prevention of human caused fire through education. Yes, for this we need to stop poaching. Obviously it is a way, but how we can prevent the forest fire? So what should be the step? The prevention of human caused fire through education. With implemented proper education system, if people are awareness among the people, it is also very important. Then prompt detection of fire through well coordinated network of observation. Prompt detection of the fire. What are the main reasons for the forest fire? If we should identify it, then it is also very helpful to us to prevent this type of forest fire. So does it mainly depends on our ability to conserve nature? Obviously, not only subgroup of people, those people belongs in the far away from the forest, they also takes responsibility in decreasing the pollution level, or also this type of when some people enter inside of the forest, obviously they will take permission from the government office, forest department. You know that if you will visit any forest place, when you will enter, first you will take permission. Without permission you can't enter inside of the forest. Why? Because government are restricted, because due to several reasons, some group of animals or some particular species of plants and animals are decreasing. That's why by this animal species will come to normal position. If the species increasing by stopping poaching, obviously this is also a reason. So poaching, already government have declared that hunting is illegal. So if someone have done, if it will notice, obviously they will get punishment. To control forest fire, obviously this type of step, now I am discussing this, the prevention of human caused fire and also detection of prompt detection of fire through well coordination network. Well coordination network, we can detect the actual reason of the forest fire. Obviously we will stop this, and then also efficient ground patrolling and communication network. Communication network means those are tribal group of people who are living nearer to the forest. Communication also very important way we can also prevent this type of forest fire by increasing awareness and education. I have already told that this step also have written in your book. If you will read, you can understood. This is also a reason. That's why this type of forest fire we will control. We will not stop it, but we can control it. Okay. So that's why this two part, what are the reason for forest fire and what are the steps should be taken by government for controlling forest fire, you will prepare. Now, the last page in your book, today I will not complete this total page or total chapter today. Only the natural park, wildlife sanctuaries, biosphere reserve are made to protect our natural vegetation and wildlife. Conservation of creek, lakes and wasteland is necessary to save the precious resource from depletion. There are some terms, it is also very important. Yes, few days ago you have seen in Australia also have done. In Australia there also occurred this type of forest fire and lots of animals and also different type of species are totally destroyed by this forest fire. So that's why it is also a major threat to human life also, because due to the forest fire environment pollution also have done. Okay. The friction of trees, obviously friction of trees also another reason. That's why forest fire also occurred. You have read it. Very hot weather, yes. Now, today I will discuss about the national park and biosphere reserve. They have written the three important steps. These are the national park, wildlife sanctuaries and biosphere reserve. These are the steps government have taken to conserve the wild animal and vegetation. So national park, wildlife sanctuaries and also this type of biosphere reserve are made to protect our natural vegetation and wildlife. Now, sir, forest fire caused in dry weather, obviously in dry weather, because due to extreme heat, forest fire also occurred. Bonamahotsav, regarding this topic I will discuss later. So now, what is national park? In your book also have the definition. A national park, a natural area designated to protect the ecological integrity of one or more ecosystem for present and future generation. It is very important. A natural area designated to the protect of ecological integrity. First, this national park, the area first is also the identify the actual area, what will be the area of the national park, and inside of this area, those plants, animals will survive. They are interdependent and interrelation with each other. The ecosystem will be strong because no other interference, like human beings can't interfere or human beings can't enter in that particular areas. That's why national park is also a best way to conserve the wild animal and also natural vegetation. So national park means a natural area designated to protect the ecological integrity. The ecological balance should be maintained in the national park. Ecological balance will not disturb. Biosphere reserve and national park, first I will discuss it, then I will say about the difference. So national park, that means in a particular area inside of the forest, a particular place we can say it is a national park, because if in this particular area, national park, when it will be considered as a national park, inside of that area all the living organism, the ecological balance should be maintained, and one or more ecosystem for the present and future generation. So ecosystem will not be disturbed and ecological balance also maintained in the national park. And what is biosphere reserve? Biosphere reserve, series of protected areas, a series of protected areas, so many protected areas when they will communicate or linked through a global network intended to demonstrate the relationship between conservation and development. In biosphere reserve is a large area rather than national park. Biosphere reserve means series of protected area which will be linked with each other, and inside of this area not only protection, development also have done, because development means different types of animals are also kept here, as well as they also survive their natural life inside of this biosphere. Human beings strictly restricted to enter on that particular areas, and lots of wild animal freely they move inside of the biosphere reserve. So biosphere reserve is a large area, national park is a particular limited space. So this is the difference. And wildlife sanctuaries only focus on wild animal rather than natural vegetation. Sir, what is mulching? Now, why Upasana, you will ask me mulching? So many days ago I have discussed this. What is mulching? Okay, again I will discuss today. After complete of this topic, I will discuss it. So, this type of national park and biosphere reserve, you will prepare the definition, and next day we will start from this paragraph. There is a balance in environment from that part. Okay, next day we will start from that part. So, national park and biosphere reserve, we have to prepare it. And what is mulching? Now I am telling this, mulching is a process of soil conservation. Mulching is a process of soil conservation. What is this? This some organic matter like straw. When this type of organic matter kept on the ground for removing, which is help to prevent the soil erosion, and also it is help to take kept moisture in the soil. So this is the mulching. So some type of straw like material which kept on the surface and which will be protect the soil for wind erosion as well as kept moisture inside of the soil. This is the important process of mulching, important process of soil conservation. This is mulching. Okay. So student, today up to this you will read in your home. Next day we will complete this chapter, and if having any queries, next day you will ask me. So we have to read page number 14 for this chapter. Page number 14, I have told up to soil conservation you will prepare for your test. Yes, page number 14. Yes, page number 14. On answer. Okay. Thank you, student. Today up to this.